Number 5 Nikon D500 $97. Category Enthusiast 20.9. Sensor size 369 square mm. What we like, blazing fast speed in 4K video. What we don't, very pricey for a crop sensor camera. We neglected to include the ultra pricey, full-frame Nikon D5 on this list, which costs around $6,500 and is designed specifically for professional action shooters. However, you can get similar speed and functionality in a much less expensive package with the new D500. This is Nikon's fastest DX camera ever and shoots a whopping 10 frames per second, making it an intriguing option for sports and wildlife. The D500 even has the same advanced autofocus as the full-frame Nikon D5 and shoots 4K video, Nikon's first crop sensor camera to do so. The major downside is the price. At $2,000 for the camera body, you're at the same level as the full-frame Nikon D750 and have well exceeded the Canon 6D. Unless action photography is your highest priority or you already have a collection of DX lenses, we would give the nod to those cameras. Number 4 Canon EOS 6D $99. Category Full frame 0.2. Sensor size 855 square mm. What we like, a tremendous value for a full-frame DSLR. What we don't, autofocus could be better. A few years ago a new category of entry-level full-frame DSLR emerged, making the technology more approachable for non-professionals. At the start of 2017, the two leading models still are the Canon EOS 6D and Nikon D750, both of which serve their purposes well and offer excellent image quality for the price. We chose the Canon 6D here because it's a better value, coming in at less than $2,000 with a 24-105mm kit lens. What are the compromises of going with the Canon 6D? It has fewer megapixels than most other full-frame cameras at 20.2, and the autofocus is less advanced than the newer and more expensive 5D Mark IV. Compared to the Nikon D750, the resolution and speed of the 6D are slightly inferior. And the 6D is relatively old. It was released in 2013 and there's no word yet on when a successor will hit the market. But we low. Number 3 Canon EOS 5D Mark $99. Category Full frame 0.4. Sensor size 864 square mm. What we like, 4K video and a healthy jump in megapixels from the 5D Mark III. What we don't, significantly more expensive than the Nikon D810. The Canon 5DS or above is a specialty camera for still photographers who value the high resolution, but the new 5D Mark IV may be a better all-rounder. Compared to the older 5D Mark III, the most notable improvement is a jump in megapixels to 30.4 megapixels from 22.3. The D810 still is higher at 36.3, but the gap is closer now. You also get 4K video, a fast burst rate at 7 fps, and built-in Wi-Fi, among other features. For those who shoot both stills and videos, this is our favorite Canon DSLR on the market. There are a few reasons why the 5D Mark IV is ranked here and not higher. The first is value. The camera is a steep $3,499, while the Nikon D810 is a full $1,000 less. And the 4K capability is nice, but like we've seen from hybrid cameras like the Sony A7R II before, extended show. Number 2 Nikon D810 $97. Category Full frame 6.3. Sensor size 861 square mm. What we like, Nikon's best pro DSLR. What we don't, lower resolution than the 5DS or above. The D810 is Nikon's leading DSLR and the whole package in terms of image quality, video quality, and features. You get a powerful 36.3 megapixel full-frame image sensor, a speedy processor, and superb low-light performance for professional-level photos even in the toughest of conditions. For an extended period we had the D810 as the top DSLR on the market. It offers nearly 6 more megapixels than the Canon 5D Mark V below, but the release of 5DSR has bumped it down a notch. It will be interesting to see if Nikon releases an updated version this year. The D810 is too updated version this year. The D810 is 2 years old and counting, and a lot has changed since. But taking the megapixel arms race out of the equation, the D810 is a fantastic full-frame DSLR that you'll often see in the hands of top professionals, and for good reason. Number 1, Canon EOS 5DS and $99. $99. Category: Full frame, 3.6. Sensor size, 864 square mm. What we like: the highest resolution DSLR on the market in 2017. What we don't: lack of video features compared to the 5D Mark IV. Lenses: 10 great Canon EF, full frame, lenses. At the top of the DSLR heap is the Canon 5DSR, a pricey yet extremely impressive camera for the most discerning of photographers. This camera has most serious landscape photographers salivating. Most notably, you get a massive 50.6 megapixels of resolution, which surpasses the high-end Canon 5D Mark IV by 20.2 megapixels and tops the Nikon D810 by 14.5 megapixels. For those who prioritize image quality above all else, this is far and away the premier DSLR on the market. Video shooters should keep in mind that the 5DSR bucks the hybrid trend and is designed primarily for still photography without video-centric features like headphone sockets or an HDMI output. And Canon released 2 versions of this camera, the 5DSR and the 5DS. The latter has an